Well, I bought a dog. It's gonna be a 2013 Dodge Charger lease pursuit package. And from looks of it, it's not too bad on the outside. She's just been smacked.
Currently at Copart, I just picked up the paperwork. I got a towing service, towing the vehicle back to the shop right now. So we're gonna go ahead and take this thing home. Yes, we did tape everything kinda on there. We just need to get this bad boy home. Let's go ahead. We're gonna drive this thing without a tag all the way back home. Good. It's only about 10 minutes away.
I do have all the parts here. Hopefully I don't have to actually go and outsource a couple more. But for now, let's go ahead and bring it inside the old garage and let's get looking at the breakdown of what everything needs to be replaced with. Yeah, I drove it home. Here's the key. Go ahead and start this thing bad up. Wow. Whoa now. It's a Chrysler product, man. It's gonna blow up. Don't do that. It ain't no Ford. Oh yeah. I do kind of like these. It's kind of growing on me the more and more I look at it. It's been in my property for about a week now, I would say. And the more I look at it, the more I go, this ain't that bad. It was so close to taking out. Oh my Lana. It's got no power steering. I forgot to tell you that. Man, this thing hardly fits in the old garage. So as you guys can see from the damage, it actually smacked the electric power steering pump itself. The Chrysler magically put in the worst spot known to man. So when it has an accident, it actually smacks it and then all the fluid runs out. And they're not cheap. An OEM one's probably about $1,000. So hopefully we get lucky and we don't have to spend that. We'll get the hood off, headlights off. We'll take this whole crash bar off and see the actual damage behind it. As you guys can see there's a little bent, but hopefully we can pull this whole thing out. But I don't know, since this is gonna be kind of like reinforced fiberglass, that if it's gonna bend, it's gonna break. Well, part of it's metal. We might be in good shape. Well, we couldn't really pull anything out from there, so I think what we're gonna have to do is cut it and see if it'll release some of the tension that's actually built up with it, and hopefully that is causing it not to actually be able to be pulled out. Unsuccessful about pulling it out, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna take this crash bar off and see if we can actually move it over ourselves, or just leave it. I don't know yet. Let's get this crash bar off.
It bolted.
It's bolted still?
It's bolted still.
Alright. Well, the crash port's coming off. No, you missed the bolt. It's okay, I'll get it for you.
You missed a bolt.
We have the electric power steering off. As you can see, it's busted there. Reservoir is busted and the nipple here is busted. Good thing Chrysler thought about this ahead of time because they knew it was gonna it was gonna happen. So we got this replacement one. We'll go ahead and slap it on and then slap it back in here. And then we should have power steering, and Tristan over here didn't have to struggle anymore. Are both on. Man, I kid you not, this kind of sucks, even though it's like a super basic, easy job, just replacing the headlights, getting a new crash bar, and everything else of the sort. But man, just something tweaked this whole frame over, and we're obviously seeing it, especially when you're just trying to fit headlights, trying to make sure that fender's line up. You can kind of see the fender here get bowed out on the bottom side up, and if you go over here, obviously this is still straight all the way through. I mean, you got a little wrinkle here, but nothing of the sort, nothing major, but this one definitely got pushed out a little bit more. Can you look at the 5.7? Chrysler did one thing good. They made a very basic engine bay, and it makes cool noises.
Yeah, with the better exhaust.
Yeah, better exhaust. I mean, this thing's stock. If you guys want me to put exhaust on, I'll put an exhaust on. I'll have some fun with this thing for a little bit. Then obviously the end goal is to sell it. So let's stop jibber jabbering and get everything. Didn't even notice that. You see that? That thing popped up. Just hit it with a hammer.
Oh, it's fixed it.
I fixed it.
You know, that hammer's solved half our problems today.
Yeah, that hammer's great. I love these little hammers. All right, let's get this bumper on and get, let's pull this thing out and see how it looks. Is fitting really terribly, and it looks awful. I am missing the top cover, but I don't think that's possible. So I'm thinking I'm gonna need to buy a couple more parts. But for now, I want to put the hood back on and see if it's even close to latching. If it is, great. And let's see what this, I want to say it's like a Duraflex hood, but I don't know what it is. So let's just slap it on and see how it looks.
You're gonna have to close with that.
This hood fits like garbage, and sure enough, well, the insert's actually pulled out, so that's great. I didn't think they'd pull out that fast, but the last owner did tell me about it. But I think this is where that core support being pushed back, it's a good, if you guys can see inside there, an inch or two. And, oh, look, that's about an inch or two right there. So I think if we got the new core supports, the whole front end will come out forward. The HUD could sit down a lot better. So yeah, we got some parts to order. But it didn't look bad with that hood on there. It's starting to look like it. Go ahead and turn the lights on, okay? I know you've been dying.
Yes.
Go ahead, turn the lights on. Let's see what these things look like. Yep, like a Dodge Charger. Ooh, fancy lights, fancy.
They're not switched.
Fancy dancy lights, man. Fancy dancy lights on the fancy dancy Charger.
They look a lot better than what was on there.
Yeah, these things look old. So I guess part one's done.
Progress progress was made nonetheless.
We did a lot. Now that I think about it, it feels like we're just backpedaling now. But hey, we're learning. Yeah, we're learning. So, well, I'll see you guys in part 2. See you guys later. Peace out. Hey, you actually forgot to start it and tell me if it works on the steering side.
You still have a zip tie on your steering wheel?
Hey man, don't worry about that. Better? Worse? No? No steering? Maybe it'll get better later. Alright, we'll see you guys later.